Hi, so welcome to the second episode of the devlog. First, I apologize. I did not notice that. Let's see, I was hiding with my face. I was hiding the bottom right corner, so you could not see these properties that were added in the device when I have all these editable. Shut up, Fortnite. All these editable properties. So for the button, the 3 timers, the 2 chairs, teleporter, by making them editable here in the device. I can see them, I can assign them an actual device here. So like I have a teleporter, I have a field, a property called teleporter to which I can assign an actual teleporter. So that's what I do here. Same for the chair, the 2 chairs, the 3 timers, and the button. So it's not bad what we have here. The thing is, we're not gonna get, this event is not gonna be triggered if we're in the middle of a timer. Like if we start the timer here, then we're stuck on this line of code, at least this function is stuck on this line of code until the timer is finished. So yeah, so if a player is added then to the queue, we won't notice it. We won't hear the event. So maybe what I need to do is some ways where once we're done looping, we check if the queue is more than 2. So maybe this should be at the end, perhaps. But actually, even then, even if I do this, so in my loop, first I check if the queue is, we have enough people in it, and then at the end, no, that's the same thing, basically, sorry. So what I would need to do is, if we are finished, oh no, I know. If the event is done, so what we could do instead is just every few seconds, maybe. I'm not sure that's the best way to do it. Because we want to wait for that event to happen. If this event happens, it means that we are ready to start a new round. So maybe we could do a race between this event and this event. And all of this, so let me put that, so when you do a race, basically here it says these 2 events, these 2 things will be happening at the same time, and whenever one finishes, the other one is cancelled. So in this case, like I want this thing to happen immediately after, well, after either one of them actually. Yeah, so maybe this is great actually. Okay, so we wait until either the timer, the intermission timer is done, or a player enters the queue, either or. And then when whichever happens, then we continue with the code. So then we check if we have enough people in the queue. If we don't have enough people in the queue, we just loop again and wait for the next time that either thing happens. I think that will work. So if we go back here, okay, so 10-second timer for people to vote. Maybe we need to start working on the voting system. I think we should. So I think I'm going to make another device to handle voting. For voting, we're going to need to have 2 buttons. So I'm going to duplicate this one. I hold the Alt key and drag to duplicate. And maybe I'll place this button like, actually I want this button to be aligned with this chair. So this button will be button vote chair A. So I'm gonna parent it or child it to chair A. This one will say vote and this button will be 0 here, 250 and 60. So the position of this button is relative to the chair. So I'm going to duplicate it. I can drag, Alt drag, or I can press Ctrl D for duplicate. And this one will go to B. We'll rename it to B. And I will copy, go to location, copy the relative location. And oh, white, because the chair is turned around. That didn't work. So minus 250 instead. And that works. Okay, so I have my two buttons for voting. Maybe I'll call it vote for A or chair A, just to make it clear. This one, vote for chair B. And they're called button, vote chair A, button, vote chair B. Okay, so let's make a new device. I'm gonna make, let's call it voting device. Create empty. I like to be hardcore like this and start from scratch. And I recommend it actually. It's a good way to, to type. It's good also to manually type what you want. Like, all of this, I know it by heart now because I typed it a few times and I did not copy paste. And it really helps things, helps the learning, helps information stick. So voting device, that will be my device. It's a class that inherits from a creative device. Oops. And what do we want? We want the buttons to vote for A and for B. So button vote A, actually I want it to be editable in the editor. And it's a button device. And same thing, so it's not happy with editable because I did not include the verse / simulations. Okay. Button vote B. So yes, that's a lot of typing, but that really helps to learn. So I recommend it. Don't be lazy. Override, and it's a suspense function, and it does not return anything. That's what onBegin does. So we're gonna want to know when people press either button. Sorry. So it has an interactive with event to which I will subscribe. Say on vote A, for instance. I'm going to copy paste, even though I just said don't be lazy. And so I want two functions. The button will give me an agent when I press on it, so that function needs to take an agent as a parameter. We'll keep it empty for now. On vote B. Okay, so now I know when someone votes for A or votes for B. Let's check my timer. Okay. Okay, I had to get something out of the oven because I'm baking. So, voting device, we will know when a player gets voted on. So, we're gonna need to have access to the queue manager device, because that will tell us. So we need to know who is in the chairs. Yeah, I noticed now that. Oops. Sorry, I'm not a streamer, so. Yeah. So we have one device that will tell us when players vote, and we need to make sure the same player does not vote twice. Oof. Okay, what do we have here? Okay, we have a timer for people to vote. So we need voting to be enabled or disabled, right? So maybe we can have a is voting enabled. So here we're creating a variable that will be either true or false. That will tell us if voting is allowed or not. And so yeah, this device we need to listen to what's happening on the other device. I'm not sure that the best architecture for code, but for now. Queue manager. So that's the one we created before. Manager device equal queue manager device. Okay. So let's compile that. Okay. Compile. So now we have our voting device, and it has a queue manager right here. Also button vote A and vote B. So now everything is connected. So what we could do is, maybe the queue manager should tell us. It's not just managing the queue; it's also managing the flow of the game. Really, we could just listen to the timers from the other device. It's not best practice, but for now I'm just prototyping, so okay, so basically we want to know what we could do is maybe keep a variable like store who is in chair A, who is in chair B. So we need to do that with optionals. I'm not going to explain everything about it now, but I will say maybe agent A. It's an optional agent, and we initialize at false. Maybe agent B, agent equal false. Okay. And my thinking here is like when players are teleported to the chairs, like here, I would also store them so that I know. So in this case, I would say set maybe agent A equal option of agent A, and set maybe agent B. I don't have to do it in this order, but it cannot make sense to me. So here I'm storing agent A and B, and then at the end, so it would be after voting, then we don't want to keep the record on them. So basically, set maybe agent A equal false, and set maybe agent B equal false. Okay. We may have to deal also, like if someone disconnects during the event, that we should not be able to vote for them, but I don't know. Okay. Yeah. So on vote A, first we need to check if is voting enabled. If this is true, then we can vote, otherwise we can't. If it's true, so basically maybe we need to have a score manager. Yeah, I think we do. It makes sense to have it here. It doesn't feel super clean, like what code I'm putting in watch device. Probably I could do better, but for now. Score manager device, that's one of the Fortnite devices we have. And I need to bring one into the game. Score manager. Maybe I'll bring two, one for player A, one for player B. Actually, no, because I think when I give score, I can choose which agent I give score to. So yeah, let's do that. And the score value, basically, we're gonna add 1 point here each time we activate the device. Yeah, and we might want to try to do persistence, which I thought. I thought there was persistence, but I'm not seeing it. Oh, maybe it needs to be a save device or something. Save point. And this would save score, yeah. Although, yeah. Okay, I'll have to check that, but I think this will work. Auto load every spawn. Yeah, so every time someone spawns, and in this game they should not spawn it. They should not respawn anyway. They can leave and come back. But every time they spawn, basically, I would give them load their score so they can get their score back. I don't really need all of that. Player location. Yeah, we just want the score here. Save score, yeah. Well, I don't really care about that. So right now I'm not gonna worry. So hopefully the score will be saved. We'll have to test, of course. And do I want to play audio? Maybe not. I just want people to have their score. That's it. Okay. And the function might be activate. Probably. Okay, we'll have to test. Okay, so if I compile my device, then, oh, so I did it again. Let's try top left. Maybe make it a lot smaller actually. Yeah. Okay. So the voting has a score manager. There you go. Something I like to do, I think I'm going to do it. Bring a billboard. Make the background opaque. Where is that? I guess here. And I will attach this billboard to this device, which is a voting device. Voting device, there you go. Voting device. I will write voting device. Centered maximum. Then set the location. There you go. And then I'm gonna duplicate, and this one will be on the, what's it called, queue manager device. Reset location as well, and this one is called queue manager. I don't need to call it device. We know it's a device. Okay. Queue manager here. Okay. I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna give it a better name. I'm just gonna call it queue manager. This one billboard. Queue manager. Voting device. Okay. And then on this one, the voting device, it says queue manager. I like it. That's what I do. I didn't mean to do that. Okay. Okay, so we have a score manager. So if voting is enabled, and then we need to check if this agent has voted or not. So we could have a map. Let's see. Or voter map. which would have an agent as a key and maybe just a Boolean logic as a value. And so what I would do is that when someone votes, I give a point, I check if they are allowed to vote. So if voter map of an agent equals true, I mean if it exists basically, then it means the guy has already voted, so shouldn't do anything. But else, so yeah, I know it's kind of ugly to have this, but I can just do this. Else, else he needs to vote. So that's score manager. Let's put activate maybe, activate. And right now he's voting for agent A. So we need to give a point to agent A, and we know who it is. So agent A is of type agent, and it's Q manager dot maybe what's called maybe agent A, I think. Yeah, maybe agent A, and actually it's an if statement because it could be the optional could be false, and if it's not false, then we can give a point to that person. And then we also need to make sure we don't allow that agent to vote again. So for that, what we do, we're gonna set voter map of in agent. So that should be like this, equal true. No, he's not happy with that. Oh, okay, because it should be no. Sorry about that. Timer. It should be in a failure context. So if I do this, that should work. Okay, let me pause again. Okay, so that I think will work. Now what we need to do, we also need to wipe that map each time, basically after intermission, I guess. So Q manager, or at the end of voting. It could be at the end of intermission. Success event, wait. It's not necessarily great to put it in the onBegin function, but until we have something else in onBegin, I'm okay with that. Actually, it needs to be on a loop. So each time we await that, we can just do set voter map equal map. And so basically, that should wipe it. Now, so supposedly I can copy paste this code. You don't want to copy paste code usually. It should be more streamlined, but again, for now it's just a prototype. B, and E. Okay. So I had to test to check if it works. But for this, I think I'm going to devices. I'm going to use my laptop. Okay, so next video we'll test and see where we go from there. Thank you for watching, and yeah, leave a comment if you want me to clarify anything for next time.